Are you playing Elden Ring and becoming bored with the same sorceries and bleed builds? Well, maybe you'd like to give some pyromania a shot. Elden Ring's fire damage isn't always the best kind of damage, but it can get a lot of boosts from other places. Take into account the flame. Grant me strength, incantation, and the flame shrouding cracked here, both of which improve any weapon that deals both physical and fire damage. It's important to keep in mind that some fire damage dealing weapons, such as Mogwin's spear and Rivers of Blood, are actually bleed weapons, and you probably don't need us to tell you how powerful they are. Instead, we'll concentrate on weapons whose primary role is to inflict fire damage. Okay, so the giant seal, which can be discovered at the grave of the giant conquering hero, doesn't truly cause fire damage. You can use it to cast incantations as a seal, some of which cause fire damage. However, if you're going to create a fire build, you're going to invest levels in faith. Thus you'll probably want to occasionally utilize damage-dealing incantations, and in that case, this seal is the one you should employ while casting them. With the noteworthy exceptions of Flame Sling, Fire's Deadly Sin, and Catch Flame, it increases the damage of Giant's Flame and Fire Monk incantations by 20%. The Giant's Seal is a fantastic option whether you use it as your main weapon or as a sidearm, to take out exceptionally obnoxious adversaries before they approach you. You can obtain the Magma Worm's Scales Word by slaying Magma Worm Maker. The weapon provides significant damage and has a weapon skill that makes up for its unappealing appearance. In addition to making you look beautiful as you hurl yourself through the air, the aptly titled Magma Guillotine is nearly impossible to interrupt and causes a significant amount of damage when it lands. The talent will stun numerous enemies when used in conjunction with subsequent hits. In addition, you have the ability to aim your initial jump, which lets you block enemy assaults in both PvE and PvP. It depends on your perspective if the Sword of Night and Flame qualifies as a fire damage weapon. Its entire gimmick is based on its duality, on the collision of fire magic and star magic. With its special weapon skill, the Night and Flame stance, you can switch between a laser beam and a swathe of flame. It deals damage that is split between physical, magical, and fire damage. The weapon skill was significantly reduced, but the Sword of Night and Flame is still a very potent and flexible weapon. The nicest thing is that Caria Manor, very early in the game, is where you may locate it. An unique addition to this list is the Godslayer's Great Word, which was discovered in a chest after killing the Godskin Apostle in the Divine Tower of Caelid. Its main stat is dexterity rather than strength, with faith being the exception. Therefore, this is the weapon for you if you want to ignite the lands between as a dexterity player. The Godslayer's Greatsword also employs Black Flame of the Godskin Nobles, as opposed to conventional fire. Black Flame is a remarkably potent status effect that gradually drains the enemy's health. And don't worry, all of your fire damage boosts still apply to it. The Blasphemous Blade, the Sword of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, isn't just one of the best fire weapons in Elden Ring. It's also one of the best weapons in the entire game. When exploring the lands between, it has the handy effect of healing you after defeating an adversary. Taker's Flames is a weapon talent that fires a line of fire in front of you, knocking down anything that can be knocked down at a range that is farther than you may anticipate, and healing you for a portion of the damage it deals. The sole drawback to the weapon is how it looks, a problem that, for some reason, appears to plague all of Elden Ring's fire-based weaponry. The Blasphemous Blade is especially unsettling, covered in spooky, grabbing small hands, as is suitable for its heretical character. If you can get through that, you'll have access to one of the lands between's most potent weapons,